Hello guys, and today's video will be on Bouffalant. I believe it is, it is number 626. We'll go ahead and get that out of there and replace it with something, better. I believe it is the AFRO Pokemon species. Oh wait, no, it's the Bash Buffalo Pokemon. I'm sorry. But we'll get right into it, into type analysis. It is the normal type. Well, it's only one single type, so it does not have any weaknesses or resistances that are doubled. It does only have one weakness and no resistances, which, I would rather have resistances and a little bit more weaknesses. But yeah, it's got a weakness to fighting. So, you got Mach Punch, occasionally running all over the place. But yeah, it's not too bad. The only problem is that it doesn't hit anything hard, so that's why normal type is very underused. However, it can hit very hard, as it has a wide variety of very, very powerful moves. So it does have one immunity to Ghost, which is pretty helpful, I guess, but Ghost itself is not very common. You'll see Gengar running Shadow Ball and stuff like that, but other than that, maybe AG Slash. But if you're in Ubers, you won't find that. And, yeah, there's not much that's running Ghost. Mostly Dark. As for its usage in PokeBattle and Showdown, that is a picture of the champion using it. So when you look at the tier and its PPV value, and then you go to the Unova region and you see the champion Alders using it, and you're like, wait, what? How is that even related? Yeah, but his tier is never used, and some others in never used are Chatot, Electivire, Feraligatr, Kabutops, Magmortar, Malamar, Regigigas, Zangoose, Slacking, Typhlosion, Steelix, etc. Now, Chatot is actually very annoying. Like, have you ever faced like a Scarf Chatot uses Chatter? Then you keep hitting yourself like millions of times in a row. Well, yeah, that's in the same tier as this guy. You've also got Electivire, and Magmortar, who are both awesome, along with Feraligatr, Kabutops, and Typhlosion. They're all great sweepers. You've got Zangoose, who is a great Toxic Boost sweeper, can really power through stuff, and Malamar, who is a contrary sweeper. Regigigas is a legendary, and then Slacking it's kind of like a legendary, except it's got the ability Truant, but it's got legendary stats. And then also you got Steelix, who's a great defensive wall and can set up rocks. Now other Pokemon with the same PPV as it, which is 105, are also Slacking, which I mentioned before and never used. And then also Eelektross, Ursaring, Ferroseed, and Heliolisk. Now, Ferroseed can get really annoying. You make it hold the Eviolite, and basically anything that isn't knockoff won't be able to hurt you, except for maybe fire, and occasionally fighting, depending on how strong they are. But, Eelektross is decent. It's not very common, but it's decent when you come across it just because it has no weaknesses, unless you are, like, running Mold Breaker Excadrill or Mold Breaker Pinsir or something. But Ursaring is a great gut sweeper, and then you've got Heliolisk, who's decent with Choice Specs, sorry. Here is base stats. Got HP of 95, 110 attack, and then 95 defense, along with a nice 95 special defense and 55 speed. So this guy's very, very slow, but it does have pretty decent bulk for such a physical sweeper. And it also has decent attack with 110. Now, what if Bouffalant was actually Tauros in the 70s? Because you know how in the 70s they all wore afros. But his abilities are Reckless, Sap Sipper, and his hidden ability is Soundproof. Now what Reckless does is all moves with recoil, such as Double Edge, Brave Bird, etc., they all do 20% more, which is awesome. It'll really, really add up those damage boosts. Now this is impressive if you have those moves in your move pool. However, if you don't have it, well, it's not very helpful. But as for its usage on this Pokemon, it's actually pretty nice because you do get that Reckless boost along with Head Charge, which is already very powerful. So yeah, it's very, very helpful. Reckless it is. But also Sap Sipper is very decent, as its effect is it basically gives you an immunity to grass type moves, and it will raise your attack when you're hit. So it'll raise that decent 110 base attack to even higher. Now, basically, its whole competitive overview is just for the immunity, and of course that raising attack is very helpful, but most Pokemon with Sap Sipper are not physical attackers. But you do have Bouffalant and, like, I forgot that season's Pokemon. The deer. It evolves from Deerling. No, it's not Stantler. Escape my mind right now. Sorry. Can't think of it. I never see him, so I can't remember his name for some reason. But it's that one that changes with the seasons and the evolution of Deerling. Well, that one is a physical Sap Sipper Pokemon, I suppose. So yeah, basically immunities are always good no matter what. And if you're not gonna use Head Charge or like Wild Charge or something that he gets, there's no point in using Reckless. Just go ahead and use Sap Sipper. That's basically it. As for its hidden ability, Soundproof, it is pretty useless as sound-based moves don't really affect you. But honestly, you've got Reckless and Sap Sipper, and those two are just really good. You don't really see Soundproof often, but it does help, I suppose, with like sound-based moves. But yeah, if you really want to try it, you can try it. But yeah, Bouffalant is very reckless. So here's some random Pokedex stuff. He is in the egg group of Field with the gender ratio of 50-50. I think that it would be like 75-25 or something, just because he looks such a male-dominant Pokemon. But he was introduced in Generation 5, and his X and Y location is none. You cannot get him except for transfer. As for its Pokedex entry, in X it says they charge wildly and headbutt everything. Their headbutts have enough destructive force to derail a train. So yeah. Yeah, when Oshawa and Tepig get that sort of force, then maybe we can use them. But yeah. Here is the here's the Showdown and Smogon version of what they like to use on their Bouffalants, or the stereo, or like the the most commonly run sets. Basically, this is a choice band set. And it will and the Eevee's 156 speed will outspeed Pokemon like Empoleon. And then put the rest into HP. And of course maxing out his attack. You can run Sap Sipper or you can run Reckless. I forgot to put Reckless on there for some reason. But yeah, you can run either of those two. Let me fix that really quick. Actually, never mind, I'm not gonna fix that, but, yeah, so I already explained the EVs, and, it's basically a choice band, it'll hit really hard. So you can run Reckless, but, the reason why I did put Sap Sipper there is because that is just Smogon and Showdown's, set that they did put. The reason why I named it Orchestralant is because, like, the standard name for this, like, what most people will call this, this set, it would be Bouffalant, right? Because, it starts with a B, Bouffalant, and it's choice band, so Bouffalant. But I decided to just be weird, I guess, and name it Orchestralant, because band and orchestra, yeah, so, yeah. But anyways, you want to go with Adamant Nature just so that you can hit really hard, especially since you're putting band on it, or orchestra, choice orchestra, yeah. So head charge is going to be stab, I believe, and it will really do a huge amount of damage. Earthquake is your ground coverage, hitting electric types and steel types. A lot of Pokemon that won't really get hit by head charge, such as rock and steel. The mostly. You got Megahorn for some coverage, especially against grass. But honestly, there's not much point in using Megahorn, as most Pokemon will get hit by head charge. However, if you don't mind the accuracy and you don't want to get that recoil, you can definitely try for Megahorn, but just watch out for the accuracy. And same for Stone Edge. They're just extra coverage. Now, you gotta watch out for burn, and of course, that recoil is really gonna hurt you, so you might want to have wish passing or something that can give you some extra HP whenever needed. And in addition, hazards will really chip off your health, and combined with recoil, you can just take this thing easily by setting up 3 layers of spikes, Stealth Rock, and Toxic Spikes, and honestly, after one turn, he's gonna be, like, gone. So, yeah, that's one counter, so you gotta watch out for that. So, I totally forgot about this, but I put that in. It says Reckless is viable as well, but as I said before, this is just Showdown and Smogon set, so I'm just going to leave it as Sap Sipper for now, but in my opinion, Reckless is very viable. Moving on, here is another set on Showdown and Smogon's thing. Basically, it is bulkier and weaker than the choice band, since you don't have that choice band boost. However, this is going to use his bulk to I don't know, just to try not to get hit by those will-o-wisps and toxics, so you could survive longer. And it's got decent bulk, so it's fine. So same EVs, and it's called Leech. Don't remember why, but yeah. You won't really need Reckless for this, since you won't be using any recoil moves, so Sap Sipper is the best, especially if you can get that attack raise. You really need that attack raise, because he does not... I don't remember if he gets Swords Dance. I think he might. But Excuse me. But yeah, so you want to use return instead for that, for still a huge amount of base power, but it's not as much as head charge. But it is your stab attack that will hit a lot of stuff. Not for super effective coverage though. But you do have Earthquake and Stone Edge to cover the rest. Same stuff, you know, same threats. Now on PokeBattle, this is one that is on the PokeBattle Pokedex, and basically you are once again using its decent bulk to run Assault Vest instead. I've noticed that on PokeBattle you see a lot more Assault Vest for some reason. I mean, like on Showdown, the only thing that you kind of see Assault Vest on is Goodra, but that's just my opinion. So it's basically for using his decent bulk and to be able to take some physical attacks. In addition, you want to get some special walling. So you are going to still max out his attack, but you want to max out his HP in addition in order to maximize your walling potential and just put the rest into special defense, because why not? It's not going to help you that much. You can run Adamant Nature, or you can run like Careful Nature or something. I don't remember. I believe it was Calm actually, because I think Careful lowers attack. But yeah, one of those to raise your special defense. But yeah, same threats. He does not get recovery, so you're again gonna want Wish Passing. But basically, what this guy does is it's the same standard moves, but instead of Substitute, then you want to run Pursuit just to hit those special attackers as they realize that you're Assault Vest and they can't touch you. So yeah. So here, I actually came up with a set, but I saw it on Serebii, so I'm just gonna give credit to it, to Serebii, of course. Basically what it does is you Swords Dance to get a huge boost and then hit hard. So I named it Dance because, come on guys, you want AFRO Bouffalants to go around dancing on like a dance floor or something. If someone can make me a gif of that, that would be really cool. But yeah. Swords Dance, dance until you can't dance anymore, and then get really mad, hit your head on the wall, hit your head on the floor, hit your head on the opponent's Pokemon, maybe cause the walls to fall with Earthquake, and try hitting like the Disco Ball or something with Stone Edge. Your choice. Or you can return and go back home. But same threat, same everything, but if you are going to be running Head Charge to hit walls, you're going to want to run Reckless. But you can run Sap Sipper for either one, but Return will not really use Reckless. But the reason why I use Leftovers is so you can keep healing, as you won't be, you can keep healing, but you are going to be taking a lot of damage, especially with recoil from Head Charge, so Leftovers will help heal that. And yeah, Life Orb, you don't want Life Orb on top of that, so yeah. Now for some trivia and origin. It represents May in the Unova horoscope. This is the Unova horoscope. Oh, Saucebuck, that's the Pokemon. It's this one right there. Saucebuck. Yeah, so Saucebuck is January, and it is Capricorn. And Simipour is February and is Aquarius. Alomomola is March, which is Piscis. And then Whimsicott is April, which is Aries. Bouffalant is Taurus in May. Excuse me, sorry, I'm sneezing a lot today. Clink is June for Gemini, the twins. Then you got Crusto for July for Cancer. Braviary in August for Leo. Honestly, they should have done like Pyroar or something, like replaced it. But honestly, it was Generation 5, so it kind of had to be all Generation 5. But honestly, yeah, Leo, it's a lion. Maybe they could have done like Tauros or something, but now that I think about it, I don't think they had a lion Pokemon, but I guess they just want to use Generation 5 Pokemon instead. Moving on, they had Gothorita during September for Virgo, and then October they had Lampent for Libra, and then in November they had Scolipede for Scorpio, and Fracture during December for Sagittarius. I actually never heard of that last one, but anyways, that's like the useless one because it gives you Pokeball. Just saying. A slow Pokemon. Yeah, I actually don't remember the Unova horoscope. I'll probably look into that after this, but yeah. It also resembles the American Bison if you take a picture at it, or take a look at him through a picture or whatever. But yeah, its horns actually resemble an African buffalo instead of an American bison, but its actual shape itself resembles an American bison. And I do not need to tell you, but he has an afro. It's kind of obvious. But yeah, his name probably comes from Bouffant, Buffalo, and Gallant. Gallant means brave, and Bouffant is a hairstyle. And then, of course, you know what a buffalo is. So, Boo-fa-lint. Crazy, huh? So yeah, that's it for today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And look at the AFRO. Subscribe if you like the AFRO. Like if you like the AFRO. And comment if you like the AFRO. Hashtag AFRO.